this is how the video is gonna start out. Today we're talking about glass. Welcome back to another episode of Wedding Crashers University. This one is going to be packed with knowledge, and we are going to show you the lenses that you are going to need to film a wedding. These are the lenses that we've been using for years and have been really key for us to do our job and do it consistently. So we're gonna be unpacking what these lenses are and how we recommend going about choosing the lenses that you use on the wedding day. So before going into the three lenses that we use, here are just a few general tips and things that we keep in mind when we purchase lenses and think about lenses for the wedding day. First off, zoom lenses. Zoom lenses are really the best for weddings and for events in general. And the reason for that is because you can get wide angle and close shots with the same lenses. You don't have to worry about swapping things out, and you're really just free to get a lot of different angles, different perspectives, and you really don't have to get too much in the way. So for that reason, we use a lot of zoom lenses throughout the day. So with that in mind, we try to focus on focal ranges with our lenses. And no matter what camera brand you're using, whether it's Sony, Canon, Lumix, you can find these lenses for all of them. And we're able to get pretty much every shot that we need throughout the whole wedding day. So the first lens that we'll talk about is our wide angle, which for us is always on a gimbal, and we keep locked on the gimbal for the entire day. We don't take it off. And these wide angle lenses are really nice. First of all, to get establishing shots and just movement shots. The wide perspective makes venues look huge. It makes your scenes look really epic, as well as during photo session when you're running gimbal. I find that a wide angle is actually really beneficial because a lot of photographers like to get really close to the couple, but with the wide angle, you're still able to get a wide perspective. Some other really major parts of the day that we use the gimbal with this wide lens is the processional, when everybody walks down the aisle, including the bride. And then during first dances, you can get really epic movements, light flares if you're using lights. So this lens is a go-to, and we highly recommend it. No matter what camera you're using, you can find a lens probably look within the 7mm to 24mm range. So up next, we have my absolute favorite go-to lens for a wedding day, and that is the 24 to 105. And this lens will stay on my camera for the entire wedding day. It will stay on at least one of my cameras. And this starts at prep. I shoot all of prep handheld with this lens on my camera. So this lens, you can get the 24 focal range, which is really wide, but then also moving really tight for that 105 as well. And then everything in between, which is a huge range. So overall, this lens just gives you so much to work with. And recently we've started using the F4s, and I'm really comfortable using the F4 version of this lens as well. I know some people might be a little hesitant, but low light on mirrorless cameras is really good. So if you are using a mirrorless camera with good low light, this is an absolute essential. So finally, the last lens that we're gonna be using on the wedding day is your classic telephoto 70 to 200. These lenses are amazing for ceremonies and receptions and things where you will need a tripod and continuous recording. For ceremony, we use these lenses on our side cameras to get a tight shot of the bride and the groom. This also allows us to be pretty far from the ceremony site itself and not in the way of guests. So really love these for ceremony. And then as well as during the reception, these are used during speeches to record the main speaker, get a tight shot of the speaker, and then during dances to get a nice shot of them dancing. And that 70 to 200 range also is a really nice range. So even if they're a little bit closer or a little farther away, you do have flexibility, which I also love about these lenses. So there it is. These are the only 3 lenses that you need to film a wedding day. For myself, I use one wide angle lens that stays on the gimbal the whole day, two 24-105 lenses, one for me and one that my second shooter uses, and then two 70-200 lenses. And this setup has been the go-to for years and allows me and our team to capture everything on the wedding day, and it looks amazing. Thanks for watching Wedding Crashers University. Hopefully you were able to get something out of this episode and learn what lenses you need for your next wedding. Be sure to like and subscribe and stay tuned. We got plenty more amazing content coming soon. Class is dismissed. That's it.
Go!